slow motion this way. Look at that. Pulling things out of a hat. And I keep finding all the best stuff. Look at that. There it is. Another one of the best days of my life. When something comes up and I just say, I know it's right there. And I go and I find it. And it's believable because it's on paper. If it were on the computer, you wouldn't believe a word of it. But here it is. It's all right there in a photo album. Oh! Today we talk about Friar. Fry Daddy may be the best friend I've ever had. I'm sitting there going through all this. I can't remember a time we had a thing that we disagreed about. That's a dangerous friend. That's the kind of friend that can push you down a path. But look at him. Oh my good golly. Pulled all this stuff out, started talking about Friar, and there he is. Look at him. He says, oh, we don't have enough money. And then there's us standing next to I don't know, some kind of beer van. Probably a Lone Star. It was a Lone Star van. Funny to me because I spent a whole week drinking Lone Star beer. And my guts churn like nothing you'd ever imagine from a Polak. We're supposed to have iron guts. This stuff, I could clear a room. Whew! Dancing. Dancing. Whew! But there's Friar there, and Smitty, and me. We all went down to South Padre Island, Texas on spring break. And there at that one, there's Juan. I'm sure that was his name. He was driving the Budweiser truck. For some reason, every time we showed up somewhere, there was a beer truck there. It's like, that's what you have to question sometimes. Always in such a hurry. Always in such a hurry. Like I said once after they'd told us enough times. In Saudi Arabia, before ever going into Iraq, they would have all the helpers and they'd say, and you'd show up and they'd go, oh no. They'd show up. They had no time frame whatsoever. It was always, with Allah, there is no time. And so one time I showed up, it was like 9:02, and breakfast was supposed to stop at 9 a.m., maybe 8:02, 8 a.m., I don't know what the hell that matters. But this guy in Saudi Arabia that was running the counter and saying, oh, no, you're too late, no food. And I looked at him and I said, with Allah, there is no time, anyone. Oh, and I got food. I got fed. That's the thing. You never have to be in a hurry. Oh, this is a bullshit line of, oh, we're on time. Oh, you're late. But if there's anything that proves any more that time is right on schedule, it's how we always end up when the beer trucks are bringing in the beer. And then there's that one. Oh, that guy right there said, take the picture. And that was Juan. And I said, okay, I'm going to hold you like we're taking over this beer truck. He says, ain't nobody putting his hands on me. And he went running off laughing. That's a good picture. Look, we're robbing the beer truck. Friar, Smitty, and me. And oh, look, there's the taxi driver as we're going through Whataburger when I realize, gosh, it was cheaper for me to go to jail the first night I was there than it was to take a cab through Whataburger every night. The Whataburger, you know, you sit in line and the cab rates are going up. It was cheaper to spend a night in jail than it was to spend any time in the drive-thru at Whataburger. Look, there. That's the cab driver. There are those girls holding the beers. They're all on our side. And oh, there's me. You see? There it is. It was about taking care of the world when I was in college. We'd found that if you brought back 1,000 can tabs, you could give somebody kidney dialysis. So from the beginning of spring break to the end of it, we popped can tabs everywhere. That's a picture of me popping a can tab. And we got our 1,000. And you know what we did when we got our 1,000? We said, fuck it. Didn't even care. Did what we were supposed to do. If they really wanted it that bad, they would have come found us, right? Oh, and there's Friar. There's Friar with the proprietor of the establishment, and Smitty and me, we're eating breakfast. Oh, look, I look a bit green around the gills. Loop to the gills. Oh, another beer truck. Oh, there's Buck Shits with some girl. Smitty knew him from somewhere. And there are other people. Look at us how we're dancing. Ah. And there's the Village Pub. That's how I found out that my dentist, Dr. Rob, was probably trained in Mexico, because there we are at the Village Pub the one day because we'd show up in time to watch Underdog and find out what's going on with the people I was in jail with, because we're all connected. Everything is connected. But, yeah, ran into a guy in the parking lot waiting for the bar to open one afternoon. And he's like, you're from Gaylord? I'm like, yeah. And he's, Dr. Rob, Dr. John Rob. He was my dentist, I said. He said, oh, I went to school with him. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is really freakish. You know, I'm down near the border of Mexico, running into somebody that my dentist went to college with, school with. My dentist who said, oh, it's just small cavity. We're not going to need any anesthetic for that. Is it safe? Is it safe? It's like the Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman, man. So there's that. And, well, there's me laying on the ground. Whoopie doopie. It's written on my back. I was in drinking contests. There's Army of Darkness. It was out of the book. That's Smitty holding it up. That's after I told them 3 universal adhesives are like something, semen, and Hellman's mayonnaise. And we just happened to have Hellman's mayonnaise in the refrigerator, so we put the picture on the wall. Buck Shits and Smitty doing Rock'em Sock'em Cobot robots. Oh, there's Fryer sleeping in the bench seat. All the while that Fryer and I are sleeping, these people are trying to beat each other up. I just don't get it. Just Fryer and me now. Oh, look at that. There's Smitty crawling out of the trunk on the day that the cop that let me out of jail said, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" We're like, "Smitty, be quiet. We're getting pulled over." And I said, "Yes, sir. Saturday night, sir." I said, "Leaving town today, you'll never see me again." And he said, "Just get out of here." And so what it is. Look at the life. You know, look at the life. You can't share a life like that on electronics. You need to buy yourself a photo album.